We've got to protect our time. We've got to do the most important things. We've got to protect that. If you can't control your time, you will never control your business. You will always run around like a chicken with its head cut off, wondering when's the next deal going to come, answering your phone at 10 p.m., always freaking out, always feeling like you're on constantly 24/7. This is not how good business is done. Last episode, we talked about the mindset around how to sell more homes by referral. And today, I want to talk about the final piece, the actionable piece where we actually install a system for you. Because this is where relationships stop being random and start becoming intentional. And honestly, this is the difference between agents who occasionally get referrals and agents who build entire businesses around them. Let's dive in. All right, faithful agents, I hope you like this joke. A devout old shepherd lost his favorite Bible while he was out looking for a wayward lamb. 3 weeks later, a sheep walked up to him carrying the Bible in its mouth. The shepherd couldn't believe his eyes. He took the precious book out of the sheep's mouth, raised his eyes heavenward, and exclaimed, "It's a miracle!" "Not really," said the sheep. "Your name is written inside the cover." All right, we're just going to jump right in. If you haven't listened to part 1, go back and listen to it as it helps you think about how to think about building a business by referral. And what I want this episode to be is actionable. And what I mean by that is simple, because your relationship strategy needs structure. Good intentions are not enough. Most agents that I know, especially if you're a faithful agent, genuinely care about people. But caring without consistency creates gaps. And over time, out of sight becomes out of mind, which is exactly why I built this 36-touch system. And to give you an idea, what I created was a mix of the Brian Buffini method, right? Calls, notes, Popeyes, and what I learned when I was at Keller Williams, the idea of how do you create a systematic business, right? What am I going to do each day? How do I make it duplicatable? How do I stop acting like an agent and start thinking like a business owner? And for me, it was putting those two together. My goal was very simple. I wanted something that was going to be so simple and so actionable and so duplicatable that I knew exactly what I was going to do a year from now. That I know right now, sitting here today, that I could tell you what my lead gen strategy is going to be in November of 2031. I know exactly what it's going to be. We built it. We honed it. I spent 3 years making sure this was the right one. I spent 3 years figuring out how simple and little can I do, how little money can I spend and still be effective. Because I believe simplicity scales. I believe that simplicity creates duplication and the opportunity for that where others can go do the same. And I've seen it happen over and over and over again. This system works. You just have to work it. All right. This is the 36-touch system, not because people need to hear from you exactly 36 times. It's not some magic number. But it's because most agents dramatically underestimate how quickly people forget how noisy the world is and how much consistency matters. The goal is simple. Stay consistently connected in a way that feels relational, not transactional. Now, if you don't listen to part 1, you hear me talk about the database, they need to know you're an agent. You need to know who's in there. You need to have the right people in your database. This is who is going to receive these 36 touches, okay? You got to have the right people. But let me explain this, right? From a high level view, this is what you're doing. You're going to send 12 mailers a year, 12 emails a year. Okay, so 1 email every single month, 1 mailer every single month. Okay, so that's 12 and 12. There's 24 touches total. And then the power of the actual system, because a lot of agents will do that. I mean, it's actually only 11% of agents consistently send anything, but a lot of agents will go that far. They'll just send mail. But those are really low value touches. What I want you to do is actually build relationships with people. So the magic really is that every single month, we're going to be doing a personal touch, a reach out to your database. Okay. It's going to just be built in a quarterly structure. I'm going to walk you through that so that you can repeat, so that you can rinse and repeat, so that when I was traveling on the road in 2019, I went to, 60 different offices and taught this up and down the East Coast, was teaching this. And one of the consistent responses I got was, I want to work by referral. One of my struggles, Garrett, is I get to a month and think maybe I should call my people. And so number one, there's a lack of pre-planning. But I get to a month, think I need to call my people. And then I wonder, when was the last time I called them? I don't want to bother them. And so I end up not calling them. And then it's been 6 months since I've talked to them. And that's just how this happens, right? And so my business starts to suffer. We're going to make sure that you're going to do the same touch to everyone in the same month, right? So I no longer have to figure out who did I talk to last week? Who did I send a video text to, for example, last month? I know that it was everyone in my database. Right? I don't have to even track it anymore. We don't like tracking agents. We struggle at tracking. Those who win often in the relationship space are those that are high I on the disc profile, meaning you love people. You're a people. You're a person. I don't know how to say that, but you understand what I'm saying. You love people. Well, those who love people also happen to be those that hate following systems and significantly lack structure. I know you're sitting there thinking, that's me, and I am talking to you, and I'm talking to me. I had to create structure around me to make sure I actually did the work, okay? You don't have to track. That's a beautiful thing. You just got to show up and do it, okay? So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to explain to you exactly what we're going to do, okay? That's step one. You're just going to understand exactly what we're about to do. And then you need to go ahead and put it in your calendar in advance. And, I just need to say this. Most agents are so bad at protecting their time. It's the reason we're not winning. It is shocking how many times, even in my local market where we run a mastermind, we're giving it away for free. We're supporting. It's going to significantly help them in their business. And the answer is, well, I'll come as long as a client doesn't come in from out of town. Or that morning it's like, oh, sorry, someone wanted to see a house, so I won't make it. We've got to protect our time. We've got to do the most important things. We've got to protect that. If you can't control your time, you will never control your business. You will always run around like a chicken with its head cut off, wondering when's the next deal going to come, answering your phone at 10 p.m., always freaking out, always feeling like you're on constantly 24/7. This is not how good business is done. You got to manage your time. You got to protect your time. Okay. That's what we're talking about here. So here's what this looks like. Every single month on the first day of the month, send out a mailer, a postcard. What I've often used is Wise Pelican, a postcard, because most people open their mail over the trash can. So they don't need to open some fancy mailer that, is inside an envelope. They're going to open it up. No, I don't know about you. I get stuff. I'm like, I don't want that. And I just throw it away. The reality is the postcard is simple. It's easy. They just see your face. That's it. They might just throw it away. That's okay. They're just seeing you. Now, if you want a trick there, just go find a mortgage lender who will pay half of it for you. Put their name on there too. That's okay, right? This is how we keep costs down. Last year, I spent $7,500 total, and we brought in $700,000 of GCI, right? It doesn't need to be expensive, okay? We're going to talk about that. So use Wise Pelican. And don't overthink this. I'm talking to you, the person that always overthinks everything. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be done. So go to Wise Pelican, even grab one of the templates that they have if you want, and boom, just send it out to your list. Just send it. Just send it. Send it. Consistency matters more than creativity. Just get it out. Right? Just get it out. Just get it out. Just get it out. The perfectionists that are listening to this are like, oh my gosh, how would I do that? Just do it. Right? Those of you that are like me, that we just wing it and we're flying by the seat of their pants, like, sure, I can do that. Whatever. Who cares? I'll figure it out that morning. I don't want you to do that either. I want you to pre-plan. Okay? We're going to talk about that in a second. On the 15th of the month, you're going to send an email to everyone in your database. Don't overthink it. Just use your Gmail account. Use your business account and just blind copy everybody. All that I do is put into ChatGPT now right? Is here's my mailer, help me create a simple email around it. That's all you're doing. Or all you have to do is create something nice and easy and simple. Don't think about it. I love how many of you spend time on creating I do a nice monthly market update and I do my monthly newsletter and all these things. That's really awesome. But I don't know that it's moving the needle for you at all. And it's just wasting your time, making you feel good about the things that you're doing. Just send something simple. They're just going to see your name. The 1st and the 15th, boom, in the mail, and then in their email inbox. No one's going to take the time to truly read those. It just doesn't happen, right? I know that you think, well, my newsletter is so good, and maybe it is. That's fine. It's not moving the needle for you. You don't build real relationships via email. Send it. Just send it. Just send it. The 1st, a mailer, the 15th, an email every single month like clockwork, okay? This is just getting you in front of people. And then the personal touches come in. We structure these quarterly. The 1st month of every quarter, you're going to do some version of this: a phone call, a video text, or a direct text. That's it, right? A phone call, a video text, or just a text. Now, you have to decide, how does your database want to be engaged with? I don't know about you, but my database does not necessarily want me to call. I don't even want to call them. I hate being on the phone. And so I send a lot of video texts. Right? That's typically what I do in the 1st month of the quarter. So that'd be January, April, July, and October. The 1st month of each quarter, there's 4 quarters in a year, is a video text or phone call or just a text. What are you going to say? Now, if you get on the phone, you got to be better about this. Just say, hey, I had a quick minute, wanted to check in and hear how you're doing. You got to control your time. You got to protect it. Getting into hour-long conversations is not going to help you get the work done. So when I send video text, it's a quick 20 to 30 second video text. Let's say I'm sending it to a married couple, right? Hey, use their name. Hey, just thinking about you all. Let's say it's January. Thinking about you all. Hope you had an amazing Christmas and New Year's with your family. Can't wait to see you guys this year. If you need anything at all, real estate related or not, I'm here to help. Boom, send it, right? Don't overthink it. Just do it. And here's the beauty. You're going to send it to every single person in your database. Every single person is in your database is going to get that touch, right? You don't need to track it. All I'm looking at my CRM. What's my CRM? It's a Google spreadsheet. I don't need to pay for things. I like simplicity. All I go down is I look down the list of my database and I just bold the name as I do it. That's it. All I need to know is, have I done that? Because I'm not going to do all of them in a day, right? But as I go through the month, I just bold it and I just make sure I get all of them done. It's that simple. And the next month, the 2nd month, I'm not sitting there wondering, well, did I call someone last month? And so am I going to call them again? Or now I needed to track and I didn't track who I did what to. No, I know I did everything. I sent a video text to every single person. No tracking needed. I just sent a video text to every person. The 2nd month, the personal touch is a note or a pop-by gift. Now remember, the 1st is a mailer, the 15th is an email. Then I'm going to write a note to everyone in my database, or I'm going to drop off a pop-by gift. Now here's the rules of the pop-by. If you have pop-by gift, I know some people think I'm saying Popeye, or some people think I'm saying pot pies, which sounds delicious. That's not what I'm saying. Pop-by, right? And so if you have under 100 qualified people in your database, go listen to episode 1. If you don't know what that means, under 100 people, you're going to pick 10. Over 100 people, pick 20. Okay, here's my rule of thumb. The gift has to be less than $2. Less than $2, because we misunderstand. The value of the Popeye is not in the value of the gift. It's in the value of you showing up. Hey friends, we're pressing pause on today's episode for a second because if you're a real estate agent feeling buried by pressure, chaos, feeling like you're always on and constantly chasing the next deal, this is for you. So many of us agents are doing everything we're told to do. Cold outreach, endless trainings, nonstop hustle, but we still feel stuck wondering, okay, now what's next? We're changing that through this 3-month group cohort designed to help agents build a business fueled exclusively by referrals. No fluff, no vague motivation, just the exact step-by-step systems, strategies, and support to help you grow sustainably and finally do business differently. This is the exact step-by-step system, strategies, and support that took Lindsay's business in Wyoming from 15 to 43 sales in just 1 year. So if you're ready to stop operating from pressure and start building a business that honors God with clarity and confidence, check out the show notes of this episode to book a discovery call with the team and me. Here's how you do a Popeye. Let's say you pick 20 people. We have done so many different versions. We've done things like a $1 spatula, right? Says, I flip and love your referrals. That's funny and maybe, a little risky for a Faithful Agent podcast. But, whatever. You can send me hate mail. But we've done that, right? We've done chapstick and it says, don't let your friends get chapped by a bad agent. It's funny. It's silly. It's me, right? It needs to be you. Don't be me, be you. But we're just getting them a silly little gift, right? We've gotten turkey basters, right? The things that, I don't know, you like squeeze juice into the turkey. Oh, it's weird. And it said, the tag on it said, your referrals are the based. That's hilarious. I think it is hilarious. And so all I'm doing is taking those. The point is not the gift. The point is showing up. I'm going around. I've got 20. I've pre-planned it. I know where I'm going. I've got my list. It's going to take me a whole day. That's fine. And as I'm heading there, hey, so-and-so, whoever, hey, I'm going to be right near you for an appointment. Wondered if you had a quick minute for me to stop in and say hello. That's it, right? Now, excuse me, some of them are going to say, yeah, we're here. Come on in and say hi. Just the rule of thumb is just don't go inside. You need to protect your time. Hey, I'd love to. Just wanted to say hello. I'm actually on the way to an appointment. The appointment is another Popeye. You're telling the truth. That's okay. Remember, you get to control your time. They don't get to control your time. And then you say, hey, I just wanted to see you. Wanted to drop something off. I know it's silly. I really just wanted to see you and give him a hug, whatever your relationship is, right? And that's it. You're showing up. When was the last time someone showed up at your house just to give you a gift? It doesn't happen. You are going to be the one that is doing it. This is good business. And then for everyone who doesn't receive a Popeye, you're writing them a note. And this is typically the only time I might mention really anything about real estate. I know I just talked about that in the video text, but most video texts have nothing to do with real estate. It's just about the relationship. When I'm writing a note, it's something as simple as, let's say it's November. In the month of Thanksgiving, I just want you to know how grateful and thankful I am for your friendship and support of me in my business. Sincerely, Garrett, right? Boom. There it is. Send it to everyone. Handwrite it, hand address it, right? Because the way they know to open it is because it's you have physically written the front of that note card and then you send it. Boom. Simple and easy. That's the one that takes the longest, but it doesn't even take that much time. You're just writing notes. You're just writing notes, right? So in the second month, notes and Popeyes, you're getting out there. Less than 0.7% of mail today is a handwritten note. They're going to open an emotional deposit into their life. And the third month of every quarter is a client event or a client coffee. Now, depending on where your business is, I would tell you, do it a client event every single quarter. It is an amazing way to get a lot of touches all in that one stack, right? But and remember, you're going to ask your mortgage lender, whenever you do a client event, you're going to ask your mortgage lender to partner with you. They're going to pay half. And you can make it super, super simple. We don't have time to go into all of it. We've got a coaching cohort. I want you to jump in. We will install this system and actually build it out for you quickly so you can start executing on it. If you're wondering, what are all these things I need to do? The point is this: every third month, you should either be, and we actually do both on my team, we're doing a client event, and for those who can't come to the event, we're sitting down and trying to get face-to-face with them, our best people who have sent us most of our business. But you could do a client coffee. You could say, this month, I'm going to aim for 10 client coffees, and that's my entire lead generation. Just try to sit down with 10 people, 5 people, right? Get face-to-face. If you're going to do a client event, which is what we do, we're going to pre-plan those. In December of 2025, we had already booked December of 2026, right? You want to get way ahead of those. You know exactly what's coming. And for me, it took me a couple years to figure out which events are we going to do. And now we do those like clockwork. In March, we do a movie event. In June, we do an ice cream social. In September, we do a family photo event. And in December, we do a Christmas lights drive-through. On repeat, we've done all of those now for 6+ years. You will figure out what works for you. So let me recap. Every quarter, the first month is a phone call, video text, or text. The second month is a note or a Popeye. The third month is a client event or a client coffee. Okay, so, and then we just rinse and repeat. So in April, it's the first month of the second quarter, you're going to send a mailer on on the 1st, you're going to send an email on the 15th, and you're going to be doing, let's say, video text throughout that month to everyone in your database. So now we move to May, right? In May, I think this episode will come out in May. In May, here's what you're doing: a mailer on the 1st, an email on the 15th, and notes and Popeyes in that month. And then we move into June. On June, what are you doing? June 1st, mailer. June 15th is an email. And then you're doing client event or client coffee or both. That's it, on repeat, over and over and over and over again. Consistency is what wins, not creativity. Consistency. You're allowed to get creative once you've been consistent. Don't get creative first. That comes second. Be consistent first. Put the right activities into your business. I can't stress this enough. People ask me all the time, how have you been so consistent selling 50 homes a year? And my answer honestly is, for 10 years in a row, I've done the same thing every single month. I've never missed a month. Even when my mom passed away, I have never once missed a month. I've always put in the input in my business that I knew was most important. Always, always, always. I have never once missed in 10 years. Because I've been consistent, so is my pipeline. That's what this is about. Most agents fail at referrals because they rely on memory instead of systems. They think, I will reach out when I think about it. But life gets busy. Transactions happen. Kids happen. Stress happens. And then months go by. They panic and they try to reconnect with everyone all at once. But relationships don't thrive on intensity. They thrive on consistency, which is why systems matter. Not because systems are corporate, but because systems protect relationships. Here's what I want you to really understand. A referral business is not built by consistently and constantly chasing new people. It's built by deeply serving and consistently loving the people already in your world. The gold is already under your feet. And honestly, this is a much more sustainable way to build anyways. Not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, relationally, because you stop treating people like transactions and you start building a real community around your business. The reality is, no one can take your relationships from you. But if your business is built on Facebook ads, Facebook can change its algorithm, and it does like 25 times a year. Google can change its algorithm if you're built on pay-per-click, and they have 24 major updates a year, something like that, but they have 500 micro updates. How in the world do you stay on top of that? If you want a business that is sustainable, that no one can buy from you, or you can't buy, it's built on relationships. The question is, how will you consistently show up and do the right thing? That's the system. You got to take what I just said, right? Take it. And look, if you're thinking about all the new cool things you could do, I don't care. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I love you. I want you to win. That's why I just gave you what I'm doing. I want you to win, but you're not winning by spending time doubting everything and trying to come up with your own way. Your own way might be better, but your own way is not working right now because you're not working it. I want you to take what I just said, a mailer, an email, and a personal touch every single month. I want you to do that for a year. When you've proven to yourself you can actually be consistent in doing the work, then and only then have you earned the right to tweak it and change it and make it look more like you. Right now, my friends, it's just do the work. And if you want help with that, there's a place in the show notes. You can grab a time with me. We'll talk about our group coaching where we're going to implement this for everybody. I want you to win. I really, really want you to win. And I want you to win by relationships. Not only is it the best way to win, not only is it the least expensive way to win, not only is it built the way that the Lord wired you, which is by relationships, it's also the way that you own your business and pipeline for the rest of your life. And nobody can take that away from you. If your business feels exhausting right now, it's a good chance that you're trying to constantly manufacture momentum. But referrals work differently. Referrals compound. Every relationship matters. Every touch matters. Every moment of consistency matters. And over time, that consistency becomes trust, and trust becomes referrals. I love you, faithful agents. I hope this is a blessing to you. Take this information, put it in your calendar. Your only job is you either do it or you defer it. You cannot delete it. Just show up and do the work. Do the work, do the work, do the work, do the right work. And it's going to pay off. That's how we honor the Lord. I love you. I'll see you next week. Hey, Christian Agent, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If it resonated, would you take 30 seconds and share it with another agent who's also trying to grow their business without losing their faith, family, or peace? That's how this message spreads. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes. I release new ones each Thursday to help you build success that actually lasts. It genuinely fires me up knowing this podcast is helping you pursue excellence to the glory of God, both at work and at home. I'll meet you back here next week for another episode of The Faithful Agent.